Hi everybody, I'm Brandon Roper.
And I am Otis Roper.
And we are the Super Roper Bros. We're back. We're back doing our next review for you and yours at home.
It's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you.
It really hasn't.
That's no beast step two.
You hear that, everybody? That was from the 90s. Alright, so we're going to be reviewing the movie Nope for you guys today.
Nope.
Yes. Which is a very unique title to me. And I love it. I kind of love that as a scary movie.
Yeah, it basically summarized everything that black folks feel when it encounters like weird stuff. Hey, there was a noise coming from the old root cellar with all the rusty machetes. We should go down and check that out, right?
Yes.
Black folks, nope.
It's basically, if you've ever been to a movie theater with my people, and there's something scary that's about to happen in the film, and it's like, oh, we should go check that out. You can almost, if you just listen real quietly, there's probably at least one black person in the theater that says, nope. So I thought that's why it was a fantastic title. Anyway, we digress. So, after the strange circumstances of their father's death, two surviving siblings of a black-owned movie horse wrangler encounter strange phenomena in the skies above their ranch. Eventually, the two enlist the help of others to capture this phenomena on film.
Now, let's just be quick about it. Was the movie entertaining? Absolutely, yes. Visually stunning? Yes. Good time. Would I recommend it? Absolutely. I would say go and see the film. However, there's more going on, and you have to keep in mind that most things in this movie are a metaphor for something else.
Yes.
You're not watching the film for the film's sake. There's an idea behind it. And when I first watched this, I didn't like it very much because I was like, what are you trying to say? But now I see there's a message behind the method. Even though it may stumble with a lot of people, I would say it's definitely worth going to see.
Yeah, I think that I agree with you to a large part. What Jordan Peele is great at doing is setting up. Jordan Peele is a master of getting you interested. Because, let's be honest, there's not much going on in this movie as far as the visuals are concerned. Most of it takes place on a dusty ranch. With the occasional flashback to a studio. But by and large, it's just out on the open grass, on the open prairie. So how do you get interested in something like that? Well, I was interested. I was invested. I was very much brought into the story by the way that he, just kind of sets you up.
Yeah, and so what I'm saying is this is a film that requires thought. This isn't something you're just going to watch and it's going to be quick and it's just going to be over and you're going to accept it at face value. There's more going on here.
So I think Jordan Peele is one of those directors who, like we said, he does a great job at setting up the story.
The premise, great. The tension buildup, great. The landing,
yeah, it's a little
but once again, you got to keep in mind it's a metaphor.
I need y'all to tell me, what did you see in that cloud? Well, it's not what you think.
We're going to get into what happens in the story of the movie a little bit more without getting too much into spoilers, just what happens in the film.
And so, really, let's just start off like this. You have this black-owned ranch that had seen better days. They're having a hard time in Hollywood. People would rather use CGI than use live animals anymore. They're really having a rough go of it when the father is...
the father is killed in an accident.
It's a freak accident.
Yeah.
They really can't figure it out. They have no idea what it is. And then we fast forward 6 months from that event to the actual film of the story itself. I think that the actors themselves did a great job when it comes to conveying stoicism and likability. The two of the characters right there. Just a great we've all got cousins like that. You got a family member like that. Like, it's relatable. It's very relatable. Hard times, that's relatable too, unfortunately, for most of us.
Yeah.
And through this hard times, it builds a kind of desperation. We've got to do something. We've got to do something for our ranch. We've got to do something for our legacy.
Keith David playing the father, Otis.
Peace to Keith David. Peace to Otis.
The movie could have used more Keith David, but I'm a Keith David enthusiast, so I could pretty much put him in anything.
You don't believe none of this voodoo.
He doesn't.
I just cannot believe any of this voodoo bullshit.
But I since The Thing, which is another phenomenal film, I've loved Keith David. So he passes away. He leaves the farm to his son, played by Daniel Kaluuya. Otis, or OJ. He goes by OJ, which is strange in Southern California.
Run, OJ! Run!
Very strange in Southern California if you're black to go by OJ. But he does. So it's funny because he's Otis Jr. Anyhow, so he is the face of the organization now when he wasn't used to that. His character is very uneasy when it comes to being around people. He's very much more comfortable being around the horses and maintaining the ranch and doing the actual work. But his sister, who's kind of like devil may care, fly by the seat of her pants, shows up to do like the people, the finessing.
Yes.
And that is kind of a cool dynamic they put in. His sister's played by Keke Palmer.
One of the things that I did not notice the first time I saw this was he does not make eye contact a lot. If he does not know you, he does not make eye contact with you. He's always looking down and looking away. You need to pay attention to these kind of things in the film.
Yeah. There's nothing in the movie about the characters is not kind of used later on. I would say that the movie does a great job of sort of, like you said, building up that stuff. So after the death of the father, you've got things aren't going great because they're not able to bring in that revenue, and that's when you said Steven Yeun's character comes in.
Who's buying horses at very reduced prices from the ranch because they can't afford to feed them anymore. They can't afford to take care of all their horses. So you find out that they've been selling horses to his character for the last 6 months. Nobody's exactly sure why or what's going on, but he's just been selling the horses, and it's like, hey, what happened to our horses that that we were selling you? We want to buy them back.
It is amazing to me that any of this plot was interesting, but it is, and even that is a testament to Jordan Peele's skill. Like, everything we're saying right now sounds like a movie that was made in like the 1940s, starring like Glenn Campbell.
Yeah, I'm losing Mr. Potter. I'm losing my horse.
It sounds like something from like a movie that's like
It's a Wonderful Life.
Andy Griffith's in it. It gets you interested and invested.
Visually stunning.
Yeah,
and special effects used in service of the story, not just gratuitously. We appreciate that. It's not like you don't have to wave a bunch of stuff in front of the camera to get our attention. It's been told, and they show just enough. Imagine Jaws if the shark would have worked the entire film.
Sounds like a horrible movie.
That would have been horrible. Jaws 2.
That's terrible.
So, the reason why it works is because you don't see it a lot. And the stuff that you do see is super unnerving.
Yes.
The things that you do see, the horror that you do see, isn't graphic, but it'll mess your mind up.
Yeah, they do a great job of sort of like just
Claustrophobic helplessness.
To me, one of the scariest scenes in the film isn't necessarily something that you actually see. It's like the idea that it might be there. You're just like,
Yeah.
Right here, you are going to witness an absolute spectacle.
Spoilers. We're doing spoilers. This is going to be spoilers. You should turn away if you haven't watched the movie yet. Spoilers. This is spoilers. Spoilers. We're doing spoilers. Turn away if you haven't watched the movie yet. All right.
This film is crazy because it hits you with stuff that you ain't prepared to see at the most messed up moments, period. So where do we start? They're on this ranch. There is a unidentified flying object that's basically camped out over their ranch. They can't see it because it hides in a cloud that it either generates or it hides in a cloud that that it somehow keeps in that same spot the entire time.
Yeah.
Cloud. He moved an inch.
It's aliens.
It doesn't want to come out during broad daylight. It doesn't want anybody to see it. So it usually hunts at night or if somebody is trying to feed it. So who's that somebody?
Yeah, there's a whole diabolical plot with
Diabolical.
yeah, Steven Yeun is basically taking the horses from the ranch and he's trying to control this thing. He's trying to feed it. He's trying to sort of tame it.
The UFO is not a UFO in the strictest sense. It does not have other alien life forms controlling it on the inside. It is an entity by itself, but it's not exactly hyper intelligent. It's more animalistic, and so it comes down and it vortexes things up into inside of it so it can digest them.
Yeah, and that's basically, I mean, that's getting into the very simplistic parts of it. I know it sounds super simple. I know it sounds like something like, oh, why would that?
But boy,
But it's really it's a well-told story. Now, like I said, you're going to feel some type of way at the ending and how things resolve, and you're justified in however you feel about that. Like, I understand if you watched it and you were like, oh, I didn't really like the way that it ended, or oh, I didn't really like feel satisfied at the ending. I get that. There's just a lot more going on in the storytelling.
there's a side plot involving a chimpanzee that ties directly into this, by the way. Once again, this entire film is about a metaphor for what people will do to get famous. It starts off with a scripture from Nahum, talking about how it was going to make you a spectacle for all the world to see. And if you keep that in mind and read between the lines, I think this film is far more intelligent than I gave it credit for at first glancing. This film is going to take more than one watching.
Yeah.
It's going to take some thinking about it. It is worth it if you can read between the lines. Michael Wincott.
Yeah, Michael Wincott is back in this movie. First of all, if you don't know who Michael Wincott is the gentleman who played Top Dollar in The Crow.
You're him, huh? The Avenger. The killer of killers. Nice outfit. Not sure about the face, though.
I just want him.
Well, you can have him.
Yes, you just aged yourself. Yes, you just dated yourself. So in the original movie, there you go, The Crow, he's also in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. You've also dated yourself there. That's older than The Crow.
He sound like he's been
sound
gravel.
He's just been
his entire movie career.
eating cigars and drinking all the whiskey and
I
just
gargle peanut butter.
licking out ashtrays. just chewing it up.
Yeah, that's Michael Wincott. That's basically how he sounds. That is pretty much spot on for the.
I smoke 12 packs a day to keep my singing voice.
Man, he just. He's got that old. He's like. He gives Tom Waits elocution lessons.
But anyway, back to the story. I'm trying to tell you that Michael Wincott's character being there is, he is a photographer who specializes in zoology.
Yeah, or just capturing things in motion. He's able to get shots that other people can't.
There's something out here, and you're the only person in the world that can get it on film.
Like, there's a scene of him editing like a video of like snakes striking, and but using traditional film, which is also I think a metaphor in this movie is about like conventional means of filming. This is a movie about movies.
Yes, and the movie industry and the entertainment industry as a whole is what this is about. Even to the paparazzi guy that shows up.
Yeah.
Like he's willing to do anything for the shot. Oh, bro, take a picture of me while I'm sitting here with my arm broken. Like,
the guy, that whole thing, because his whole helmet is reflective, and that is not an accident.
No,
There's a lot
absolutely
going on
not.
there. His whole helmet's reflective. He's only interested in the shot. I mean, he's about to be eaten, and he's just
bro, get the shot.
Get this on camera, bro.
Tag me in it.
It's a very, like I said, there's a lot more going on in this movie than just the movie. Like I said, you may not enjoy it, and here's the deal: if you don't enjoy it, you're not wrong. It's how you feel. It is what it is. Like, I don't want to, like, a lot of times people see a movie and, you know, try to make you feel bad because you didn't get it or you didn't like it. No, this ain't what this is about.
If you're a fan of old Alfred Hitchcock films like Rear Window, The Birds,
Psycho,
yes, these are psychological films that are metaphors for a lot of things. You will love this. But if you just want a popcorn munching good time,
you're gonna have a good time for about 2/3 of the movie.
Yeah, and then some monkey stuff about to happen to you, and then you ain't gonna know what to think about your life.
Yeah. At the end of it, it's just there's gonna be something.
What's the matter with you?
At the end of it, it's gonna be something just. I can't say that I didn't enjoy this film because
Absolutely
I did.
not. Yeah.
I did enjoy the film. The ending was a little bit like going across an old, like, by driving across a rickety bridge, you know, like right at the end, you're just like,
come on now, we can make it.
Yeah,
we can make it.
Yeah, it's like riding the Timberwolf for anybody.
Ooh, the Timberwolf.
For those of you who don't know, if you don't live in Kansas City, there is an old wooden roller coaster called the Timberwolf, and it is like being in a fist fight while riding a roller coaster because it's just. You're gonna that's what I would describe the ending of this movie is basically like you're on you're on a roller coaster, you're up high and it's fun, but you're gonna pay.
But you're beat up. In conclusion,
I think that we should give this film
on a scale of 1 to 5.
Yeah.
Of the wacky, wavy, inflatable tube men.
Yeah. I would give it 3.5. 3.5. It's a better film experience on average than I've had with other films, especially like the last few we've reviewed.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and give it 4, and I'm usually the more critical because, Mr. Peele, I see what you was doing there. I seriously love the fact that you thought of something and made it different than what you could have done. The ending just needed a little bit more polish, I believe. I mean, let's be honest. The average moviegoer isn't going to sit down and think about this as much as we do, but we are movie review people.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, the wacky wavy,
yeah.
I'll give you 4 of them. I'll give you 4 of them, baby, because you was out there, you was waving, you had the intention, and like it was amazing. So great film. I mean, give it a shot. If you want to think, give it a shot.
Yeah, give it. You should watch it. You should watch it. Like, you can't say that every movie is the same and then don't support movies that are trying to be different, trying to be original, trying to do something
different
very well.
Yeah, and it was well done.
That alone is worth people going to see, because a lot of times, like you said, we go see the same movie that's cookie cutter and over again, like, oh, they're just doing. No, this is not one of those. No. This is definitely worth looking at. So.
Okay, thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you so much for being here, supporting us. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. We need that. We need that from you, and we appreciate those of you out here who are doing that. Make sure that you check out our new Instagram.
Yes, we have an Instagram now.
We got on Facebook, and we're on YouTube. Yeah, we even have our own website.
We do have our own website. Our website's on our Facebook page as well. You can go to super_Roper_bros on Instagram to get us.
That's right. And those of you in the Kansas City area who have been sharing our stickers and putting it at random places, love you guys, man. We've been getting spotted all over the city, which is crazy, but it wouldn't happen if it wasn't for you. Thank you so much for loving us. Yeah. We really love you. We appreciate you. We
appreciate everything you guys do. I mean, without you guys, this wouldn't be as successful as it is without all your help.
So once again, I am Otis Roper.
And I am Brandon Roper.
And we are the Super Roper Brothers. Still the Super Roper Brothers. God bless. Y'all take care.
Beyond the stars, beyond Antares, I'll be back, though it takes
absent friends.